Good day, teachers. We are looking at fractions, and we are looking at how we can help our learners to understand this concept that is always challenging to them. We have to make sure that we start from the concrete stage and use manipulatives so that learners will understand the full concept from the start. Remind your learners about the words that are important, ascending and descending. If you have not introduced them, then in grade 5, you might introduce those two words. Remind the learners that if the denominators are not the same, they look at the numerators when they are adding or comparing. They also use the fraction mat to compare. You may even use the fraction strips and circles. Fraction strips and circles to help them understand. Let them manipulate these, play around and discover for themselves the sizes of the fractions. Nothing replaces concrete. Use these concrete objects to arrange these fractions in ascending or in descending order. Now, if we look at our chart, our challenges come when our learners are quickly rushed through concepts before they build a solid foundation. We quickly run to basic operations, plus, minus, multiplication, before they actually understand what a fraction itself is and how it relates to their real life situation. We start with them from here. They have to understand how these fractions relate to a whole, a unit. You can even show them from the mat here how a fraction relates to a unit. So when you give them a unit like that, and then it is divided into halves, there it is. They can see that these two halves, they build into one whole. And when that concept is built, when it comes to addition and subtraction, it's easy because they can actually understand that these two will give me that whole. Let's look at them from the fraction whole. It's even more clear when you look at it from here. And as they play around with these pieces and build this, they realize that this is a bed, that is a bed, and that is a bed. And when you bring these two pieces together, before you introduce them to addition, when you bring these two pieces together to them, they will tell you immediately that these are two beds. Because they've built the concept and they understand it. And then that's when you come in and say, now we are adding fractions. Because already you can see the foundation is there. They can see that a quarter, this one is a quarter, that one is a quarter, and that one is a quarter. And they can see that these two quarters will equal half. Before you even talk about equivalent fractions, they will be able to space these and build them into little columns that are equal. And they realize that these four quarters, individual quarters, they make a whole. Look, they are equal to a whole. And they can build it even from the plastic mats. They can build it and make that. Once you see that the concrete stage they are really understanding, bring now the real life situation into the fractions. Ask relevant questions. If we are two and we buy a pizza, how many pieces will I get? And what pieces will I get? And they start to divide their pizza into two people without you telling them what to do. And they'll tell you, I'll take half and my friend will take half. Now, you are already teaching them the main concepts of two halves give you a whole. You can even talk about the three of you. We are sharing a pizza, we are three. What will you get? What will the other one get? They will realize that one will get a third. And they know now that when you put those pieces back together, they make a whole. Because it was the whole pizza. And so we need to spend more time in making sure our children understand the foundations and the structures of the fraction before we rush to using operations on the fractions. Have a great day.